Hello everyone, Barb here from barbaderholt.closetomyheart.com. Well, today we're going to pull in some products that I've had in my stash for a while, and I'd love to use up things that I've got going on. And we're making a little gift bag, Valentine's Day gift bag. And this is approximately what it will look like. Some of the items I am using. I do have this big stencil. This is one from my stash. It's kind of hard to see, but so we're going to be using the stencil. And then I think I pulled in this little, I pulled in a part of the love notes. This is a paper special, and there are other items that go with it. A stamp set, thin cuts. It's available right now. Then I am using some of the Puffy stickers that go with the love notes. I already went through and cut out pieces. I have my heart shaker set. This is still available. It was out a few years ago, and I held on to it because I really like it. I also have the shaker window foam and acetate set here. This coordinates with this. This also is still available, which surprises me. This stamp set, Heart Full of Love, this was available years ago when this set came out. So this is no longer available, but lots of different stamps you could use. And I used this little interior, love you, love you, love you, and these little hearts. I already have that all stamped. So I can pull that out of my little bowl here. So that's what that looks like. Use the big tag shape from the Buildable Tags. This is no longer available, which is a bummer, but I have it and I use it. I do have my little bowl here. So there's that tag. Here's that heart stitched detailing for the outline for the shaker, and a couple of other little hearts and pieces to put together. First thing we need to do is stencil on our bag. Good golly, let's get some stuff out of the way. So I'm going to lay the stencil on here. I have peach and candy apple for my colors. And we'll start out with the candy apple. Doesn't matter. I'm just going to semi-center the stencil. I call this a Starburst Stencil. I'm not sure what the real name is. Let's see here. Yep. I'm going to pick up some ink. I'm using an ink blender. And I'm just going to do a gentle rub. I'm not trying to get super smooth coverage. I'm just trying to get a little bit of some color on there. Work our way around. This is a great way to add a little something to a plain bag. I have a whole stack of these little white bags. I like to have them on hand so that if I need a little gift bag for something, I can just quick put some paper on it or a little stenciling, and it just gives it a little something without having to run to the store to get a gift bag. Okay, here's the peach. And what we're going to do is I'm just going to give this a little bit of a twist. Just like that. And we'll pick up the peach and repeat. I do have my ink pad butted up against my Versamat, which helps it to not move around as I'm trying to pick up the ink. If you really wanted the stenciling to be very dark, you could use the ink blender tools. I wasn't looking for a super dark stenciling. I just wanted it kind of light, almost watercolory. And I could tape this down, but I didn't figure I needed to do that. I figured this is good enough. Okay, done with the peach. Remove the stencil, and you can just wipe that with water, soap and water, baby wipe. I can do that later. The ink will come off later. So here we have the base of our bag. I have some goodies here. Little peach heart, a candy apple heart. This is actually the inside of the shaker. I'm going to grab some glue and we'll get to some assembly. This is a little reinforcer that goes on the tag. Not a necessary thing, but I think it finishes it off and makes it look nice. And I am going to take a little bit of some string. So it's about 3 strands. Put it through to finish off our tag. Okay, I'm going to trim this off just a little bit. And then I'm going to make a bow. I have a bow builder here. This is from Chantal 141. And I have been loving using this. Go through, you come up through there, and then you tuck it under and pull it through that loop. And draw it tight. And there I have my little bow. Isn't that fun? I'm going to put a little glue. And I'm going to use my reverse tweezers. Oop. We'll set that aside for a second. The other thing we need to do, I'm going to banner this. This was one of the zip strips, one of the little bonus pattern that's on the top of our paper. And on the other side is the branding strip, but they put a little bonus pattern here. And I'm going to add that to the tag just to break that up a little bit. And now we can get to putting together our little heart shaker. So here I've got my acetate, and then we will need one of these shaker insides. If I hold it just right, you can see here that's the part that we need here. First thing I do is take a paper piercer and I go around the perimeter here just to make sure that this adhesive is separated from the inside adhesive, just to make it easier to put my shaker together. And I need to figure out which side. There's a little film on here. You take a little piece of, you can use washi tape, I use the paper tape just to grab a hold of this protective coating. And we need to, I'm going to use glue to put that adhesive or that acetate onto the heart. Now if you don't have the smooshy, it's okay. Don't have the acetate packets, there is that solid heart shape, and it will cut this out, and you can cut it out of acetate and make your own acetate shapes. So I'm going to take the release paper off of that outside edge only, and attach the heart. Then what I'm going to do is pull back on that release paper and bend it a little bit, and that gets this going. And that just peels away just like that. And we want to use this. We're going to hang on to that because that's very useful. Now I'm going to put in some shaker bits. I don't know where I got these, from somewhere. I'm going to throw some in the well here. These are gold confetti stars. These are from Close to My Heart, and they are still a current item. This little scooper thing I picked up from Simon Says Stamp. It's from Nouveau, and I really like it. So it's not a Close to My Heart item, but I like to use what I like to use. I like Close to My Heart most of all, but sometimes there are things that I like that Close to My Heart doesn't carry. I'm going to shake that around a little bit to make sure that the level has dropped. Turn this over so that the stamped side is toward that acetate. And I'm just going to pop it on there. And you have a shaker. Isn't that fun? You can just go all over the place. Okay, so now we need to start attaching. Trying to just cover up that circle. I'm going to pop up. I'm just going to use some inside stuff here. Just using all that up. I love that about these shaker fillers. It it's a great idea to leave that all in there so that we can use it on other projects. Okay, got the adhesive all on the back of there, that dimensional adhesive. I'm gonna pop that right there, and then put a little glue here, and here over we'll do a little dimension to keep that level. Okay. Well, I better wait to put the glue until I've futzed taking the backers off because you know what's going to happen. I'm going to land my hand right in that glue because that's how I roll. And we'll just do a little glue right on the edge just to catch onto here. Just like that. And that just makes sure that that's leveled up with that tag. So that's what we've got so far. And then we can stick on some of these little sticky hearts. I think I'll do some candy apple. Do a big one, and a medium one, and a little itty bitty one. There you go. Isn't that fun? I love that. You can trim this up a little bit. There you go. Thank you so much for stopping by. If you haven't had a chance to subscribe, I would really appreciate it if you would. Hit that subscribe button and the notification bell. Have a blessed crafty day, and I'll see you next time.